Hey, I just wanted to come to you guys today and let you know about the products that I use for my wigs, whether it be my human hair wigs or my synthetic wigs. It's always good to keep some products that you can use that's kind of even throughout the types of hair and the type of wigs that you buy. So first we're going to start out with this flaxseed and Monoi oil. Now I was just trying this out, so I purchased it just on the whim that maybe I would like it, but I absolutely love it. This one's by Aunt Jackie's. I've also tried a sample of just Monoi oil without the flaxseed in it, and it was nice too, which made me try to look for some more. I just started using it on my Remy wigs because sometimes... Okay guys, sorry about that. The sound cut out. The mic just decided it didn't want to work. It was tired. I think we did too much with it today. So I'm going to continue on and just do a voiceover of the video for you guys. I'm talking about the Monoi oil and how it does with the human hair. Sometimes the Remy hair, it gets dry if it's overly processed. So that's when I use the flaxseed and Monoi oil on it. And I use it right after I wash the wigs. Now I also use it on my scalp, and I use it all around my scalp to keep it from being too dry and itchy under my wigs. The next product I use, because you gotta have in your repertoire, is Lotta Body Mousse. Now I don't always use the curl defining mousse. I use a different mousse for curl defining, but just to give my hair a little bit of body and a little bit of fluff, I'll use the Lotta Body Milk and Honey Mousse. I like it. It's not too heavy on the hair, so I use it as much as I can. It's a good product. Now, when I want to use something for curling, I use the Vigoro Mousse. This is my absolute favorite mousse, okay? If I can't find this mousse, I'm not wearing that wig, because sometimes the wigs just need it. It holds the curls very well. It doesn't dry out. It doesn't dry too hard. And it works well even if you don't wet the hair first. Sometimes when you have human hair wigs, you want to wet the hair first. And with that, you don't really have to. Now, when it comes to leave-in conditioners, I love the Cream of Nature Pure Honey leave-in conditioner. It does wonders on human hair. Now, it's thick enough where you can add water to it and it still works well. And I like this particular bottle because some of them come with the spray top, and it's easy to apply to your hair and work inside of it. Now, when it comes to detangling and leave-in conditioning, Bobos is the bomb, okay? Remy Bobos is a nice product. I like to use it on my human and synthetic hair, this particular one, but they do have Bobos specifically for human and specifically for synthetics, but this one here works good on both, okay? And you don't need a lot. Now, when you use it on your human hair, you probably only need to use it like one day, and then the next day just use water, because it can have a tendency to leave a bit of a residue in human hair to me. With synthetic hair, it'll bring a wig back from the grave, honey, okay? So it's an excellent product. It can be a little bit pricey depending on where you get it from, but where we get it in our local area, it's about $10 a bottle, okay? So make sure you find you some Bobos, okay? Use it sparingly. It lasts a very long time, okay? Now, if you need a little bit of shine to your wigs, because sometimes they can get a bit dull, then the Via oil-free Wig Shine with olive extract in it is a great product. I use it on my human hair mostly, but I can use it on synthetics because sometimes if you flat iron the hair, it can kind of get dry. So this is good to put the shine back in it. Heck, I also use it on my son's hair. Like if he decides to wear a fro and it's looking a bit dry, then I just spritz a little bit of this in there and it gives it a nice shine. Makes the hair look very healthy. When it comes to gels, I love Eco Style. Okay, Eco Style Argan Oil. It's the Max Hold 10. It's great for synthetic wigs. It holds very well. It doesn't flake. Okay, but it's also good for your regular hair. If you're working with your own edges, this is good. It doesn't harm the hair. It doesn't dry the hair out, and it has argan oil in it, which is just a great oil, period, for your hair. It's great for your body too. But this particular gel is a must-have. I use this one in argan oil, but I also use the olive oil one, which comes in green. Now, sometimes if I'm setting like edges or baby hair on a synthetic wig, then I'll use the Eco Style gel and then spray it a little bit with the Gotta Be glue spray and tie it down. And honey, she'd be ready to go. Now, this edge control that I have here, I prefer to use it on my wigs because I've heard that when it comes to using it on your actual hair, it has a tendency to thinning your edges. But when I tell you this stuff holds, honey, it holds. I've tried it on my cousin's hair before. I've used it on my own wigs before. And I absolutely love it. It's a great way to keep your style for like all day long. You can try smaller styles. They do carry it in smaller sizes if you just want to try it out, which I suggest always get a sample or get a small size so that you can try it out for yourself. Now, you can't wear a lace front wig without some makeup, okay? You got to blend that lace, honey. So I use powder. A lot of people use the creams, and I find the creams to be a bit cakey. So I like the powder. I use the Gotta Be glue spray. Once again, I use it to hold my lace down, and then I just go over it lightly with a little bit of powder. And it doesn't look cakey. It looks very natural. And it gives you a nice sheer look. It is an amazing product. Now, they make creams and stuff for your laces, but why not just use what you already have at home? Use the concealer that you have, the powder you have, and work with what you got. There's no need to spend any more than you have to, you know. If later you choose to get a cream, then you can. But I will go with powder, 100%. Okay. You can get a powder if you don't have any. Just get some from your local beauty supply store, your local drugstore. It doesn't have to be a specific brand like this here is CoverGirl. I just prefer to use it because it's something I had and I know it matches my skin tone, okay? Now, this here is the BB cream. Sometimes when the powder just isn't enough, I'll use the BB cream because it's not as thick. It's a thin coverage, but it'll cover more than powder if need be. But I hardly ever use it, but it's also a good makeup to have when you're working with your lace wigs. Now, you're always going to have to use combs and brushes for any type of hairstyle. So my go-to when styling my hair is this comb with the razors in it. This here helps you cut down hair in layers as opposed to just chunky cuts. Makes it look very natural. Now, I used it on this wig to do the sideburns because they were super long, like below the ear long. And so I used it to shape up the sideburns. And you can keep it forever. I've had this comb for a long time, and I love it because you can change the blades inside. And this blade here is a Dorco stainless blade. They're easy to switch out. You can get a box of blades for a little bit of nothing. And when I say I've had this comb for about 7 years and it's still going strong, and all I do is change the blades every once in a while when the hair is not cutting it sharp. Okay. I also like that it has two sides. It has a longer teeth and a short teeth. The long teeth are for cutting in layers and cutting a little bit at a time, more of a natural cut. And the short teeth is for a blunt cut when you're just trying to shorten the length of something. Then that's a good way to start as opposed to using scissors. Another great thing to have is brushes, okay? You gotta have brushes. I use the brushes to blend my makeup into my lace. I also use the eyebrow combing brush to do quick things with my edges, my baby hairs. I'll use that sometimes when I'm just doing something quick, like kind of fixing it up. I use the big brush to brush the powder onto the underside of wigs if I need to, which I rarely have to do, but sometimes I do need it. So I use a large brush for that. Then I use a small angle brush to put the makeup in my parts. And if you're like me and you shop on Sam's Beauty like I do, you'll have enough points to get this free like I did. So it's a great thing. It's a great thing to have with your hair products. Now, make sure you all check back with me, see what else I got going on. I thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out. I'm sorry we didn't get to wig out today, but we will next time. Have a great one. Bye.